Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing okay. Today I wanted to film a apartment tour for you. I've always wanted to do apartment tours before, and I would love to have my previous apartments in video for the memories, but I never really did it because every time I thought about it, I was starting to declutter and to move. But this time I thought I would organize myself better, do it before I started doing any declutter, any removal of furniture. And we're starting with the entryway. If you've seen my entryway makeover, you know this space pretty well. So as you enter the apartment, you have the shoe storage on the left, my coat rack on the right. I've installed this coat rack myself. This was made from a scrap piece of wood that I painted and some hooks that I had lying around. This shoe storage is a repurposed filing cabinet that a school was getting rid of. I added this wooden frame around it and I painted it grey. If I were to do it again, I would not use this as shoe storage because it's super heavy when you move and there isn't much space for shoes, in fact. But it fit perfectly in this place, which was the only place I had to put shoes, and it didn't cost me anything. I added this wooden box around my electrical panel and I love this DIY. I wish I had done it sooner because hiding my electrical panel has made this entry so much better. I don't feel like I'm living in a construction zone anymore. And directly to your right, when you enter the apartment, you have the bathroom. It's quite spacious as apartment bathrooms go. The walls used to be a violent turquoise color and I waited years to paint it. It was a pretty color, but I could never relax in this space with this color on the wall, so I opted for this cream color, I think you can say. So this is a spacious bathroom, but there isn't much storage in it, just this under the sink unit. I would have had space to put a little storage thing just on the left here, but I didn't want to clutter the bathroom, so I added these two shelves over the washing machine with baskets to hide towels, etc. And I think it works well. I'm really happy to have had a washing machine because I had several apartments before where I didn't have a washing machine and I never knew I would be that kind of adult that loved to have a washing machine. I don't have much decoration here. I just have this frame, a little candle that's finished, but the jar is pretty. If I had stayed in this apartment longer, I would have changed the rug because it's the same color as the wall and it's a bit boring, but I had it at a discount store. It was a steal, so I'm okay with it. The shower is very spacious, but the person who invented glass walls shower was a sadist because it's so annoying to clean. It's just a pain. So as you exit the bathroom, you get back into the corridor. On the left, you have my bedroom. Just straight ahead, it's the living room / kitchen. And on the right, you have my office / craft room / second bedroom. I've made a detailed tour of this room. I will link it in the description. For those of you who haven't watched it, I'm just going to repeat the basics. It's the first time that I have a separate office / guest bedroom and I'm really happy about it. So for the portion of guest bedroom of the room, we have this bed that can turn into a double bed. As you enter the office, you have my desk on the right, and on the left you have some shelving and some other shelving behind the door. If you want to see a detailed tour of this craft organization, this is in the craft room tour. It's a small room and there is just enough space for the desk and the bed to fit, but I've really liked this room. I've liked to decorate it, add this pendant light, add some posters from exhibitions I really enjoyed, add the shelving and some decoration on it. Next, we get into my bedroom, and this is the biggest bedroom I've ever had. Again, you've seen this room if you've watched my bedroom makeover. I have this double bed from IKEA. I painted my first accent wall here. I've hung some posters and some pictures. I did a little bit of DIY on this dresser. I've also installed this pendant light myself and I'm very proud. I have some mismatched nightstands. Here I have Arturo, my bird of paradise. Behind Arturo you have one of my favorite pieces of furniture. It's a sewing box that I got from my great aunt. I think it's from the 60s or the 70s and I love the design. I also love the practicality of it. It has lovely compartment to organize all my sewing bits. It's just a prized possession. This wall was meant to be a wall to install a TV, but I don't need a TV in my bedroom, so I installed these photo shelves from IKEA. I like to be able to change the art and not have to worry about making holes in the wall or use command strips. I have a mix of stuff I've made, illustrations from smaller artists, things I've thrifted. If you're familiar with my end screen, this is where the picture was taken. As you step over there, you have what I call my bonus room, my nook. This is a little bit of room I have of my bedroom. My landlord sold it as an office space, and it's true, if you had a child living in the guest bedroom, this would fit a desk and some desk storage, but I didn't want to have my desk in my bedroom. So I transformed it into a storage space because I don't have a lot of storage in this apartment. This used to be a bookshelf I had when I was at university, but I transformed it buying some doors and some drawers at IKEA. This fits everything from tools, toilet papers, tissues, etc. On top I have some storage boxes. My Christmas decor is in these two suitcases that you would have seen in when I was undecorating my Christmas tree. On the left I have some books and DVDs I'm selling. When I moved in, I used this space as a little reading nook. I had an armchair, I added these family pictures. It was a lovely space, but I wasn't reading in it. So I caved and transformed it into a purely utilitarian room. Here I'm using some IKEA boxes, but I hate them. They're not practical at all. It's hard to get stuff in it, to get stuff out of it. I'm only using them because I had bought them for my previous apartment as some recycling bins, but I will be selling them when I'm moving. Here we have my apple juice store. Some cardboard boxes I'm keeping to send the things I'm selling online, and I've made a video about my process of packing things I'm selling in a zero waste way. Here I reuse this little shelving thing to house more storage boxes. Above it I have a little hook to dry my flowers, and I feel very witchy having that here. On top of the shelving thing is one of my favorite features of this apartment, and I know I'm an adult for saying that. This is my little charging station. I hate to have cords lying around, so just to have this space that's hidden away, where I have a box with all my charging cables and I can plug it here and forget, that's awesome. Here I have different boxes with my tools, and I've put some hooks here, so from my broom, one from my level, so it's out of the way. I would love to have transformed this space into a little DIY space with all my tools and stuff, but this would have been very dusty, so this wouldn't have been a good fit. I had thought about adding a light fixture here, but as I was just using this room for storage, I didn't want to spend money on it. To finish the bedroom tour, you have one of my favorite possessions, which is this Persian rug. I know it doesn't go with the rest of the decor here, but I just love it, and when I saw it in the store, I could not pass it. And let's finish the tour with my living room slash kitchen. I think this space could easily fit my first two apartments together. This is a huge space. I never had such a big space in my life. I think it could fit my first 3 apartments. So on the right you have the kitchen. I have a small hand-me-down table here, and if I were to stay longer I would buy a longer table so I could work from the kitchen, but it worked well for the time I was here. You will notice that the common theme of the decoration is plants, a little bit more plants, some more plants, and oh shocker, some more plants. I added these vinyl rugs that look like tiles to prevent spilling on the hardwood floor. I have my little plant trolley here, some more plants on the windowsill. Here I have my bookshelves, and here at the end of my books. I have one shelf here in the middle with all the books I haven't read yet. The other books I have read. In this section I have a pretty special book. This is the oldest book in my library. And drumroll, it is from 1722. I don't have a lot of decoration on my shelves because it's really annoying to have to move them to take out books or to dust. So I just use decorative things as bookends. I got this beautiful oil painting for my birthday. It's by a British Columbian artist called Michelle Snively. I just love what she does. She has also done what's on the print behind it. I will link her Etsy shop down below and her Instagram. She just does beautiful landscapes. Here I have this lovely vase I found at a charity shop. I didn't know what I would do with it when I bought it, but I think it's a lovely bookend for my Dumas shelf. I got this little guy when I was living in Northwell. It was on clearance for £1 and it's a money box, but I've never used it as such. It's just so cute. Don't ask me what my Alocasia zebrina is doing. She's just, she's just chilling there. But I'm very happy to say that she's making a new leaf. It's been a long time she's made a new leaf since she's starting to pout and just go in all sorts of directions. My philodendron pink princess has also made a new leaf. I know this is not a plant tour, but I love all my plants. And this is the first apartment where I've had a windowsill where I could put a flower box. Sadly, this is not a pretty sight for the video because all my tulips have died. But I've been so happy to be able to buy flowers at the garden center and put them here. Because I only have one window where I could put flower boxes, and I even had strawberries at some point, and I had fresh strawberries in the morning. In this bookshelf, I have what I call my little ladies. So of course I have Jane Austen, Sansa, Merida and Newt. Here I have a mirror that's a hand-me-down. It used to be the door to an old wardrobe and I think it's a stunning mirror. You have some beautiful detailing in the wood here. I have one more plant. What a shocker. I have this armchair here and it's very comfortable. I love the design of it. I hate the pattern. This was a hand-me-down and I ordered a cover for it, but it fits really weirdly, so I never did anything about it. Here I have my first couch, a nice rug and a lovely lamp. Some more plants. And this is one of my other prized possessions. This lovely mid-century modern TV unit. It's solid teak wood and it's just, the craftsmanship on this thing is astonishing. It's by a French brand that I will link down below. I was so happy to buy it. I had been looking for a TV unit for over a year, and when I saw it, I was just in love. It's a piece that's made to last. I have these lovely drawers. I have some pictures in them. You can remove them and transform them into trays. Here you have one of my other prized possessions, which is a fake wood burner. It may sound stupid to someone who can actually burn wood in the house, but it's so cozy in winter, so I love it. Here I have another piece of the bookshelves. This is a picture that a talented friend took and which I framed. I will link her Instagram down below. Here I have something that I don't know the name of in English, but in French it's called a Marie-Jeanne. And they're very trendy, you can find them in any home store, but I got this one from my great-grandparents, so it's special to me. I never had such a big rug before, and maybe a decorator would say that it needs to be bigger, but I really love the hardwood floors and I just needed something for my coffee table because the wood of the coffee table is basically the same as the hardwood floor, and it was weird when the rug wasn't there and there wasn't any contrast. Here I have another plant. Some more plants on the windowsill, another plant here. And here it is. This was my apartment tour. I have no idea if this was quick, if this was long, if I forgot to talk about some things, but I really love this apartment. The only thing that's missing is access to the outdoors. I don't have a terrace or a small backyard, and this is something I've wanted for years. And if I could move with this apartment, I would, because I've really made it my home. And it's the first time that's happened to me since I've left my parents' house, so this was really a special place, and I'm happy to have all these pictures and this video to remember it. To be fair, I wanted to show you behind the scenes of this tour, and yeah, well, this is where all the stuff I didn't want to show on camera went. So enjoy reality. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you liked it. Take care